Now, another coalition pact is on the horizon. This comes as 5 small political parties began a 2-day workshop to discuss a possible working relationship ahead of the 2024 general elections. Newzroom Afrika's Ziyanda Ngcobo reports.
The recurring theme of 2024 being South Africa's 1994 continues to underpin how political parties approach next year's general elections. Build One South Africa, COPE, African People's Convention, African Amalgamated Restoration Movement and the Independent Citizens Movement believe that forming a coalition is in the best interests of rebuilding the country. But is another coalition pact necessary? And why not join hands with the already existing multi-party charter of South Africa, which was put together in August?
I don't think it's possible for me to work with the Freedom Front, honestly, realistically. Looking at the history of our country and where we come from, we can't discount those things and merely say we just want a coalition as long as it's against the majority party. I think that is a recipe for something that will not last.
With a growing number of political parties, which the Electoral Commission now has to accommodate on the ballot paper, that's if they qualify, the fruit salad of options could have the opposite effect combined with the existing apathy.
What I think we need to wake up to in this moment is that those smaller organizations, particularly the ones that have not had any kind of presence in any of the legislatures, whether at municipal level or above, need to begin to think of what their chances are in an open vote market under the current system.
Some leaders of the newly formed political parties come from traditional parties but have opted to go it alone as opposed to coming together. A political analyst says examples of Agang SA, COPE and the National Freedom Party, where there's only one visible leader with no succession plan, begs the question about the survival of these new formations.
So it doesn't really surprise me that there are all these political parties. What does surprise me is that so many of them are either from people who were disaffected with the traditional parties they were in, and therefore don't have massive ideological differences between them. And you would think that they would organize together. But my suspicion is that for many people, politics isn't about organization to include people into a movement, which traditionally is how politics works the world round. What we see here is people who have individual aspiration to either power or fame, using a following or a group of other people to work with them to catapult themselves into these positions.
The 2-day workshop is expected to conclude on Friday, but the 5 political parties intend to continue encouraging other formations to join in. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ziyanda Ngcobo in Johannesburg.